moderator at Lecture of Care. So without wasting much of our time, today we actually celebrating the incredible journey of our mentees across all the mentorship category. This is actually a 2 month mentorship program, and a lot of work has actually really been put into place for us to have gotten to the milestone we have today. So before I move forward, I would love to actually give a heartfelt appreciation to our mentors for putting a great work. They really impacted us so well. It is not really easy out of the busy schedule. They actually come out to actually do this for us. So we say a heartfelt appreciation to them on behalf of Lecture Up. So our judges are actually on the call here. They'll be the one, they've actually bring a lot of expertise into scrutinizing us today on the capstone presentation. So you all should just sit right. Anthony, please can you move to the next slide? Can you go to the next slide, please? Okay, on our agenda, we'll be having the opening prayer. So can anyone actually lead us in prayer?
We'll just say the national prayer. Is that fine?
Okay, let's just take the national prayer together. O God of creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Amen. Thank you very much. So we'll be moving to the safety briefing. Next slide, please. So for the safety briefing, I would actually want one of our mentees or any other person on the call to actually lead us in this. Next slide, please. Anyone can volunteer for it. Okay, I can see there are a lot of people on the call. Abdurrahman is here. Adegun Lola is here. Anyone can take us on the safety briefing. Adigun, Ajike, can anyone take us on the safety briefing?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, firstly, mute your mic when not speaking. Second one is raise up your hands to speak. The third one is use the chat button, C for comment, and Q for questions. Ensure you can still hear the fire alarm with your headset. Be at alert and aware of your environment. Always stay safe. And lastly, maintain a good sitting position. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That was nice. So without wasting much of our time and also that of our judges, we'll be moving to the next agenda. Please, the next slide, please. So we'll be having an open remark from our biggest boss, no any other person than the founder of this great platform that we have, the person of Mrs. Golaga Ogenefejiro. You can take the floor, ma'am.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It seems somebody has given me away for marriage. So nice to have everyone here on the call. I'm Ogenefejiro Golaga. And it's been a very, very beautiful moment to have so many people join the call today. Today's session will be very, very interesting because we'll be giving out awards to the best, not really best, outstanding, because everybody contributed in the best way they could. So we'll be giving a reward or award to the outstanding fellows, and at the same time celebrate each and every one of us that has gone through this 2-month session. So Lecture Hub is a platform, is a community, and is a family. So what we do basically is more like share industrial knowledge, develop the minds of young students, graduates, young professionals, and even professionals, because we create a platform where professionals can come and teach students. So welcome to the second edition of the Lecture Hub Energy Mentoring Circle, and congratulations to all our outstanding mentees. Just to add to it, I want to sincerely appreciate all our mentors. Like, they did so well. They did absolutely well. Please let me see emoji of clap for all our mentors. They have done so well in the past 8 weeks. Even some mentors had to go to 9 weeks. Man, that is a whole lot. So thank you so very much to all the mentors and to all the mentees that are scaled through. Thank God we just had lights. So I'm very, very happy and excited for this session. Thank you very much, and over to you, Aishat.
All right. Thank you so much, my madam. Good long sound you over to Marriage Social. So moving to the next agenda. Can we move to the next slide, please? So this is actually a wonderful moment for us to appreciate our great mentors who has brought their expertise, their knowledge, like everything they brought in all to actually make this mentorship program a success. So starting from one of our mentor here, we have engineer Alenike Malo. So he's actually a very nice person. He was one that actually headed, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Aisha. Are you still here? We can't hear you. Hello, Aisha.
I think she must have gotten some kind of something she needed to respond to from her reaction. So maybe
Okay,
you can go
okay.
ahead.
Let me go ahead from here. So this is me saying thank you to our outstanding mentors for pouring in themselves into our mentees. And then on the screen we can see Engineer Ellen. He time and again showed us what process looks like, and then he guided us on what to do. And then today we are proud to have learned from him. Then we also can see Mr. Anthony, the project engineer at Ajuvin Energy Group. He taught on project management, and trust me, that class was very, very great. The mentees of that class can bear witness that they had special guests, not one, about two of them come speak to them on different subject matters. So thank you so much, Mr. Tony. Then we have Adeze Chibo. She also taught her mentees on career resilience. So I believe that all the mentees from this class should not be afraid to take risk in career anymore. So they have learned what it takes to stand out and how to the strategies regarding that. So these are also our safety head. These are safety champion. Yeah, award-winning safety officer, safety engineer, Ahmed Musa. Yeah, just to say thank you to you also for your commitment and your passion in doing this with us and then teaching your mentees. Then Mr. Uchechuku, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you for teaching the people how to interpret seismic data. Thank you so much. So I believe by now all the mentees of that class should be seeking for data to interpret. So you graduate now, you can start to say you're looking for work. Now go and seek for data as an interpret, so that you keep practicing over and over again. And then Cash Mama, money share leader. These are all money share leader at Lecture Hub. Madam Chinenye, thank you so much for teaching us how to manage our money as young professionals in this space. Thank you so much. We're grateful. And then Mr. Okun, thank you. Thank you so much. For this class, let me share something with us. Mentees, should I tell them? Okay, yeah, this class is still ongoing because of some reasons. And imagine a mentor willing to go extra mile, willing to put in the extra effort, the extra resources, just to see to it that the people he's teaching are able to understand, to know, and to practice that which he's teaching them. So I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for putting in that extra effort, and thank you for doing it. Ordinarily would have said, oh, time is up. Let's close and just forget about it. But we are willing to go extra mile to complete that which we've started. Thank you so much. We're grateful to you. And then finally on our mentors list, we have Mr. Mark. Thank you so much for the time you shared and how you taught your mentees. We are really, really grateful. But we're not letting you go, Mr. Mark. If you're on the call, we will come in for you. We'll look for you because we still need you. We still need you. Yeah, we need you. Your mentees need you, and we also need you for them too. So thank you so much for choosing to do this with us. Yeah, and to all our mentees, thank you also for your commitment and your resilience for coming thus far. I know some persons got the mail, but still did not join the class. But you are here after 8 weeks of thorough and rugged training. So you're here to celebrate your resilience and your commitment towards this opportunity. And we're grateful you are here. So right about now, we'll be allowing our mentees showcase what they have learned. Now let's see if let's watch them convince us that, oh, this thing they've learned, this is what it is, this is how they intend to apply it in real life situations. So very shortly we'll be moving into the competition between, not really like a competition kind of stuff. We just want the mentees to showcase what they have learned. And so we can see the amazing things that they are becoming from this process. So all the teams, are you ready? I can't see your screen, but if someone can just unmute and tell me yes from all of the group, just tell me your name, your group, and then tell us that you're ready for your presentation. Can we do that? Or I should be calling the groups by name. Okay, since you want me to do that. Data science, seismic data acquisition and interpretation team. Are you ready for your presentation? Can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
So don't we have seismic data mentees in this group? So I want the seismic data mentees to respond. One person should just unmute, tell us your name, and tell us you're ready to make a presentation. No seismic person for this class. I'll be this graduation ceremony. Okay.
Wait, you said
I didn't get that.
You said
when I call it,
okay, sorry.
I'm not asking to go. When I call the class, I want a mentee of that class should unmute, tell us his or her name, and then tell us that he or she is ready to make their presentation for their class, or they are ready. I don't know if the person that will be speaking will be the person making the presentation.
That was me. Okay, my name is Ikide Emmanuel from the Seismic Group. We're ready for the presentation.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel. So project management.
Yeah, good
Team
evening,
project
everyone.
management. Okay, go ahead, Ibitoye.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ibisoye Jonathan, representing the project management class, and we are ready for our presentation.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. So HSC people, are we ready?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jamia Koledowu. HSC, we are ready for the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. So oil and gas playbook. The oil and gas players, are we ready for this?
Yes, good evening. My name is Oja Kochemele. I'm representing the oil and gas Wiki Group. We are ready for the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So early career financial literacy people. Please come and tell us how to make money. Are you ready for us?
Yes, my name is Abdurrahman, and from Financial Literacy, we are ready for the presentation.
Okay. Please, while you are ready, try and check your mic. If you come readiness with this kind of sound, our judges, I'll leave that to our judges to decide, but I will advise you try to check your network and be sure. Because while you spoke, we had some, your sound wasn't that clear. So you're representing your team. Just kindly check that now before it gets to your turn. So with the permission of our founder, I kindly confirm we can go ahead with the presentation.
Yes, we can, but we have some of our mentors on the call, so I would love to give them the floor, maybe to encourage their students. I'm not a fan of any of the team, but I think we have project manager, and management class mentor. So I know project management, they always agile. So maybe their mentor want to ginger them. Then we have mentor Uche Shuku is currently on the call. Yeah, I thought I saw him. He should be on the call, hopefully. Maybe we can give them the floor to encourage their students ahead of time. So over to you, Mr. Anthony.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Oh, sorry, mentor. I forgot to say we get plenty Anthony in the house. So go ahead, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's a great honor to be here. Slowly, we're seeing the end of a journey we started 2 months back, and a quick one to the maintenance of project management. Project management is a lovely topic, and I believe and I know you all will do well. Show them what a project manager does to deliver. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tony. Yeah, over to you, Mr. Uche. Is Mr. Uche still with us? Okay. Can't see Mr. Uche from here. Yeah. Please, can you confirm that Mr. Uche is still with us on the call?
Yeah, it seems he's currently not on the call, so we can go ahead to introduce our judges. And you can as well check your personal WhatsApp. I dropped a message for you.
Okay, noted. Yeah, so it's time to show our judges to the world. So please, do you mind introducing these highly esteemed personalities that will be judging, that will be serving as our judges for this competition?
Okay, yeah, it will be my privilege to do that. So I think the other judge is here to join, Mr. Godfrey. So I will just go ahead with the other judges' introduction. So I'll go with Ma'am Ishaka Gifts. She's a business administrator. She's a dedicated and accomplished petroleum marketing technologist. She graduated from the Petroleum Training Institute. She currently is currently having a BSc in business administration. Additionally, she graduated with a distinction from the Petroleum Training Institute. You know how it means to have a first class in a particular degree. Over the past 5 years, her roles span across business development, team leadership, and administration. Her curiosity drives her passion for the intricate workings of the petroleum industry's downstream sector. She intends on leveraging her professional training in depot management operations and HSC contributions to prioritizing safety and operational excellence. Please join me and welcome Ma'am Ichaka Gift. Please, ma'am, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for our...
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'll be moving over to the next judge we have on our team today. Before I do that, let me promote one of the judges to be a co-host so we can easily see him. Okay, so I'll be going over to our next judge. Our next judge will be a male because I'm not sure I'm a judge. So the next judge is Mr. Shehu Ogundipe. I hope I got the name correctly. He's a geoscientist with a demonstrated history of working in the oil and gas and energy allied industry. Is interested in interpreting or he practices the interpretation of seismic and well data for exploration and development of oil fields. Is skilled in petroleum geoscience, research, analytical skills, and management. Additionally, is passionate about community service and people's development. To crown his profile, in 2024, he was awarded the Young Professional Distinguished Award, Service Award by the Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists. You guys are not clapping, I don't know why. By the Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists. And Shehu currently is the young professionals lead of NAPE Nigeria and globally. Please let's welcome with a sweet clapping ovation, Mr. Shehu. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening, everyone,
hear
and
you.
thank you for that introduction.
Thank you very much for joining us today. So on our list, I'll be introducing Mr. Godfrey. Mr. Godfrey is a very good friend of mine. He's very good, like he's a good person, like he's very intelligent. So I would love to introduce. I was just informed that my team won the match for today, and I'm so excited. So I would love to introduce properly the next judge for today. Olga Godfrey is a petroleum engineer professional with hands-on experience in LNG, which is liquefied natural gas, compressed natural gas liquids, and cryogenic gas production processes. I specifically brought him on this call because I know we have oil and gas rocky playbook. So I want to see how they win today. So Mr. Godfrey is also involved in gas treatment, equipment operations, and safety systems. He holds a higher national diploma in petroleum engineering technology from my institute, Petroleum Training Institute, Efun Delta State, where he also graduated with a distinction. Man, we have first class on our board today. And is committed to applying his technical competence and operational insight to promote safe, efficient, and sustainable energy solutions. To add to it, is into the interpretation of PFD, BFD, P&ID. So oil and gas rocky playbook. Please get ready. I want to see the emojis. So you guys are not clapping. I want to see the emojis for all our judges. All our judges. Everybody already knows me, so I'm just Fejiro. I'm not just though, but I'm Fejiro, and I'm a research analyst. And I want to see how each of you, from the finance to the production to the interpretation to the management, like you need to see the consistency, and down to HSC to cram all our operations, because we want to see how, if we put you in the field, what will you do to our production? Will you increase our production, or you will cause a decline? So without a further ado, I would love to invite Anthony Joshua to please go ahead. And before I let Anthony go ahead, for the mentors, I will send you something now on your WhatsApp. Thank you so very much. Joshua, you can go ahead.
Okay, yeah. The last time I was introduced as Anthony Joshua, I nearly lost one of my teeth. So, yeah, Anthony or Antonieze or combining those two names, I'm afraid if something happened to me the last time somebody mentioned that name publicly, but it's fine. Lecture is a family. So, Aisha, please confirm your set now.
Oh yeah, I'm back. So sorry for that.
Okay, that's
Thank
fine.
you.
So, do you mind to take up from here?
All right, no problem.
Oh,
Thank you, Joshua.
okay, yeah, thank you. So I will just try to be your timekeeper. Do you mind I give the rules of the game while you continue?
All right.
Okay, yeah. So we'll be making the competition in this order. Mentees, please pay attention. The financial literacy class will come first. And then after the financial literacy class, the project management will come up. After project management, HSC. After HSC, seismic data. After seismic data, oil and gas playbook. So in that order, we'll have 7 minutes maximum for the entire presentation, and you have 4 minutes for your presentation and 3 minutes for question and answers. Oh, no, sorry, guys. 7 minutes for presentation, 3 minutes for question and answer, and mentees remark 2 minutes. Is that fine? I think that 7 minutes is too much, Seth. Let's do 5 minutes, because today people pitch their business in 2 minutes and people want plenty money. So let's do 5 minutes. We'll do 5 minutes for presentation, 3 minutes for question and answers, and then 2 minutes for remark. And then please, if you know any of your fellow mentee that is not on this call now, can they reach out to them? Because after each presentation, a roll call will be made, and every mentee is expected to be here right now. Yes, thank you. I'll be keeping the time. I don't know, Aisha, how do you want me to notify them? I would like
You can just raise a hand, like when their time is up. I'll probably drop a message in the chat box.
to go see my hand. So once when you have a minute more, I'll just say 1 minute more. That'll be fine. So that they'll not say that I did not see my
All right, no
hand. I
problem.
know. Over to you.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Anthony Joshua Eze. So, and also to my madam, Miss Fejiro, for taking over at that crucial moment. Thank you so much. So, just like my bosses has already said, we are moving to this section right now. This is the section everyone, like all the mentees have been waiting for. So, as it has been stated earlier, the first class to actually go for this capstone competition presentation is the financial literacy class, and I believe they are fully ready to give us tonight. So I'll be calling on the presenter for this class category, which is Abdurrahman Aroshegbe. Are you ready?
Yeah, good evening. I'm ready, ma'am.
Now you can take the floor now. My timekeeper, are you ready?
Hello, Aisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Can
Sorry.
I start now?
No, not yet.
Hold
Please
on,
wait.
please.
Yeah, so I just want to give an overview of what we are trying to do in today's meeting. So today's meeting is because we want to understand how well our mentees have been taught and how well they can represent this community outside, and how well they can also represent their mentor, because once someone mentors you, the person is expected to be proud of your efforts. So we want to see how much we value the efforts of our mentors. Then the other one for our judges, we also want to see how well we are teaching or coaching the student. We want to see how, as a platform, we can develop ourselves further for the next edition next year. So we are doing this not because of fun. We are doing it because we want it to be practical. We want it to be technical. We want it to be something. If we give you a certificate in seismic interpretation, you know what you're doing. If we give you a certificate in project management, you know how to develop a project in the oil and gas industry. So it is expected of every mentee from every class to take seriously this presentation. Your mic, for the person presenting, your video must be turned on. We are going to share the slide for you from our own end, so you don't need to bother about the slide. I will work with you for the slide. So I will share the slide from my own end. Then the timer will start once we say go ahead. There is no partiality. It is a competition. And for you to know it is a competition, your mentor is also at stake here. Once we give an award to the best mentee class, you know it's a pride to your mentor. So give him the best you have and ensure that your team members are here, because once we call on their names and nobody's answering, whosoever that owns that name, know you automatically was not part of this project. We can't use because it's a project work to give an excuse for in or unavailability of the other people. It is a project work, but we know who we should channel the results to. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for that, man. So, like, just like Miss Fejiro already said, she already given us the overview of what you guys are actually expected. So, this is not just a competition; it's about he proving to us, like, letting us know what you've learned. Not just wasted the 2 months mentorship program. So, can they begin now?
Sorry, ma, please. I have
The slide
something to
is
say.
on.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hello. Sorry, can I say something, please?
Okay, go on.
Yeah. So if I earlier, right, she said our video must be turned on, and so I don't know. I am actually on campus, and this meeting caught me on the road, or should I say, on my way back to a classroom or office or where I stay. So I'm actually out in the night, so it is dark here. So if I turn my video on right now, it is actually dark. You might not see anything. So I don't know if hello.
Yeah,
All
that
right, I
is
can hear
fine. You
you.
can go ahead.
Okay.
So should I continue like that?
Yeah, go on.
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, ma. Good evening, esteemed mentors and classmates. My name is Abdraman Aroshebe. I'm honored to present our capstone project on early career financial literacy, prepared under the guidance of Lecture of Energy Mentorship 2.0 and our mentor, Madam Chineye Allen. So, a very quick outline on what we'll be discussing or what we'll be presenting tonight is our mindsets and habits, budgeting and lifestyle inflations, cargo. Please, can you move to the next slide, please? Cargo, household and real estate, portfolio diversification and wealth plan, risk analysis and financial independence, and wealth projection. So basically, we'll be diving into journey of financial transformation for early career professionals. We'll be using a case study of a 30-year-old man, Mr. Tunde, a senior engineer in an oil servicing company that faces a lot of challenges in managing his income and aligning his lifestyle with long-term wealth creation goals. Next slide, please. So firstly, we'll be talking about his mindset. Mr. Tunde's current mindset is shaped by fear and scarcity, and he believes overspending is normal, and he feels overwhelmed by financial planning. So to shift this, we recommend replacing his mindset of I can't with how can I. Also, living below his means to secure his future, and he can automate his savings via plus track his expenses a with tools such as spending. So next, we move on to the budgeting and lifestyle inflation. The budgeting and lifestyle of Mr. Stude. Mr. Stude's current monthly expenses total over 1 million naira with zero savings. So we restructured his budget to prioritize his savings because initially Mr. Tune has no savings at all. If you look at the table here, list of his categories and his current budgets on them. So we structured it and gave it a new budget, like the rent utilities from 250 to 200,000, the the feeding 150 to 100, transportation 120 to 80, family support 150 to 120, and so on like that. Then his savings or investments, he had no savings or investments initially. So we restructured it, and he's able to have a saving of 400,000 naira by cutting down on luxury outings, switching to a non-service apartment, and using staff bus. So in total, Mr. Tunde can save 400,000 naira monthly. Then moving on to his cargo, Mr. Tunde aims to buy a car worth of 20 million naira in 3 years. So with the 400,000 naira monthly savings in his in a bond yielding of 12%, he can accumulate up to approximately 17 million naira. The calculations are here. 70 million naira, and that is 2.9 million naira short of his initial target of 20 million naira. So he can actually increase his savings up to 500,000 naira and explore freelance income and use a blended investment strategy. Then moving on to his house goal. His house goal is 60 million naira in 5 years. So Mr. Tunde plans on he has a goal of building a house worth 60 million naira in 5 years. So for that, investing 500,000 naira quarterly in real estate at 25% yields, I approximately will have 17.8 million naira, and that is for 2 million naira short of his initial goal. So while real estate offers inflation protection and tangible value, it is illiquid and location sensitive. So financial assets, on the other hand, offer liquidity and diversification. So I think a balanced approach is key. Moving on to the portfolio diversification and wealth plan. With 4.8 million naira annual savings, we propose bonds of 25%, mutual funds 25%, blue chip stocks 25%, real estate 25%, tech support of 5%. This mix targets a annual of 19% annual return. Those specific some of the best goal specific allocations we have for him includes car. For car is a short term goal. So the best goal for this is bonds and mutual funds. And for house, real estate and balance funds is advised. Then for his retirement, he can go into stocks and real estate and tech startups. Moving on to risk analysis. Risk analysis. The risk of Mr. Tunde investing in high risk assets are capital loss. By capital loss, liquidity constraints, and market volatility. So to mitigate that, we come up with a suggestion of building an emergency fund up to 6 months of expenses, get insurance, diversify investments, and so on. Then moving on to wealth projection, if Mr. Tunde invests 400,000 naira monthly at 15% for 15 years, he can actually accumulate a total of approximately 228.4 billion naira by the age of 45, exceeding his 150 million naira financial independence target by 78 million naira. That is, he has a target of financial independence after retirement that by the age of 45 he is going to have up to 150 million naira. But with our restructure, that if Mr. Tunde is able to invest 400,000 naira monthly at this 128.4 million naira, and that is exceeding his initial target by 78 million naira. So this proves that with discipline and strategy, financial freedom is achievable. So in conclusion, this capstone project equips early career professionals with tools to shift their mindsets, budget wisely, set realistic goals, diversify investments, manage risks, and project long-term odds. Thank you all for your attention. We are excited to continue learning and for what we've learned, and we are going to keep applying these principles in our career. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Abdulrahman. So that was actually nice, and that was a presentation from the early career financial literacy and investment strategies in the energy sector. I'm expecting people to actually drop their emojis by now. At least let's cheer him up. So thank you very much. So now I'll hand over to the judges now to speak. So I actually don't know which of the judges I'll be calling next, but I actually don't know the one I'll be calling, but I believe one of our judges will be coming up to make a statement about the presentation.
Yeah, Mr. Show's hand is up.
Okay, all right, you can have the floor, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Aisha and Anthony, and again, thanks to Fedra and our team. But to Abdulrahman, thank you so much for the presentation. Yes, there were several challenges like you also shared. But again, I think it would just be one question. I liked the flow, even in the amidst the distraction from your end. But maybe just one direct question. What are those things that you consider if for anyone who wants to go into any sort of investment? I know you've given us a capstone project, early career financial literacy class, by trying to break down the different investment portfolios. But it would just be, I wouldn't ask you to give me one, two, or three, but the question would just be either to you. I don't know if your team members are also here to respond, but it would just be, what are those things you consider before you go into investment in 30 seconds?
Okay, very quickly. Some of the things you consider before going into an investment is checking the risk the risk you take in going into those investments. There are several types of investments with different risks. There are medium risk ones, there are low risk investments, and there are high risk investments. And another thing you look into is your goal. If you are aiming to have a short-term goal or a long-term goal or a medium-term goal. So I believe these two things, the goal you want to achieve and the risk, are two very key important things to look into before going into an investment. I hope I answered.
All right, that's noted. Thank you very much, Abdulrahman, and all the best to you and your team members.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Oluwaseun. So we are still in the question and answer section. If there's actually any question from our judges, from any of our judges, please, it can come up now.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good evening. We can hear you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, just one question for you, Mr. Rahman. Hope I got your name correctly. What's the objective of your presentation, like your capstone project? What are the main objectives you can point at, or like in summary, if someone was to come into the call halfway, how do you try to summarize everything you've said, maybe in two sentences, or maybe the objective of the project? Yeah.
Okay, ma. The objective of this is just to train us in how to go into early the main objective is how to be a professional in your financial aspects, like how to make good use of your finances and how to make good financial plans to have a good financial literacy.
All right, a lot of giggling, but no problem. Thank you very much for your presentation.
All right, thank you, Miss Gift. So this is actually a free bonus to every team member. Actually heard now that any team member that actually come up to talk, we actually get a personal mark for that. So do you have any team member on the financial literacy that want to talk?
So sorry to cut you in, Aisha. I think what would be nice to hear is, can any team member, aside from Abdul Rahman, come up to summarize this presentation, which is similar to what the other judge was asking, which is similar to what I guess Gift was asking. Can you come up to summarize this presentation in 15 seconds? Any team
All right.
member from here?
All right.
Hello everyone. Good evening. My name is Mila. I am also a member of the Early Career Financial Literacy and Investment Strategies. So, in the sum whole of things, we are looking at someone who has, we're trying to break down someone's financial status, where they stand, what they earn, and what their lifestyle looks like. Of course, we understand certain things like earning, we understand things like what the lifestyle expenses look like. In this particular case, his lifestyle expenses is much more than what he earns. So we are also trying to give, some sort of advice and, allow us to actually mirror that to our own personal situation. Some of us actually earn much, much less than that, but at the same time, we are also spending slightly above what we are earning. Some of us may be spending slightly below. So it allows us to break down and actually see and understand, have a better understanding of how we plan our expenses. Like I learned certain things from this. I think I also I'm trying to use an Excel sheet to break down my expense from time to time. So once my salary comes in now, I now use an Excel sheet to plan things ahead, because you can't just leave, keep money in your account and keep using it, because at the end of the day, what actually happens is that you end up making some miscellaneous expenses that you didn't even plan for. And that in 2 3 days you can't even remember anymore, because you bought them, because you saw an advert somewhere or something of that sort. So it allows us to actually break down. We learned a lot of things from these classes, like investments, what risk appetite looks like, the different risk and the goals of different investment. They are long term, they are short term, and they are there are medium risk and high risk investments. What an investment looks like, we should not fall for scams and things like that. So that's actually what we learned in this class, and that's just a brief summary of what I learned. And thank you so much for the session, and I really appreciate what my tutor actually did with us.
All right.
All
Thank you,
right.
Mila. 15 seconds to 60 seconds. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cheryl, for that. Thank you also, Mila. You're doing well. So without wasting much of our time, we'll be moving to the next
Yeah,
mentorship category.
sorry, Aisha, can you?
Yep.
I think we have a lot of hands raised. So one of the judges, Godfrey, has something to say.
Oh, wow. Okay, Mr. Godfrey, you can have the floor, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Fedro and your team. Okay. The presenter, Abdurrahman, I hope I got your name correctly. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, we
okay.
can hear you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Even though the presentation was quite challenging, I could barely hear you. But if I understand correctly, the whole the summary of your presentation is about creating awareness rather than advising, correct? Creating awareness, which will help in changing the mindset of young professionals going into the oil and gas industry, because they've been a somewhat like a cultural, thing in the negative side, where the oil and gas workers are known for spending beyond their means or above their means. So I just wanted to chip that in, so we can move on to the next presenter.
All right, thank you, Mr. Godfrey. That's nice. So moving to the next internship category presentation. So we'll be calling on the project management team to come forward for that presentation. Is the presenter here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, Aisha, just to make a remark. So let's have the presenter present, and then maybe in 30 seconds answer questions from a different person, like the other mentees answer questions from the judges, right? So the presenter just makes the presentation, and then the question is thrown to the team, and then a member of the class takes the question in 30 seconds. Would that be fine?
Yes, that would be fine. Then
That's
to
okay.
add to it, so from finance, I'm made to understand that they had only 2 people on this call. So the other people that did not maybe show any light should understand that we registered only 2 personnel from the finance class. The other team should take note of their members. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma. Okay, you can take the floor now.
Sorry, please, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Very well, we can hear you.
All right. Good evening, distinguished panel, mentors, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Precious Sinariba, and I'm representing the project management in feed, leveraging PM software for real-time feed reporting, and the presentation. The title of our capsule project is Project Plan for an Oil Pipeline Construction from Escavor, which is a Nigerian offshore oil and gas to WRPC, which is the Warri Refinery and Petrochemical Company. Next slide, please. Okay, so this project focused on constructing a 75-kilometer, 36-inch crude oil pipeline from Escavos to WRPC. Now, the goal of this is to ensure that we are able to deliver up to 125 barrel of crude oil per day safely and efficiently, replacing trucking and reducing vandalism risks. And also, this project will follow a very structured governance model with multi-level regulatory approval, strong risk management because that has to do with crude oil, street health and safety standard, sustainability commitment, and full EPC execution under the global quality and compliance standard. Next slide, please. Okay, yes. So this is just a vivid roadmap for the construction of the oil pipeline from Escravos to WRPC, in which we have the project of objectives, in which we are constructing a 75-kilometer, 36-inch crude oil pipeline from Escravos to WRPC to deliver the 125,000 barrels of crude oil per day. And we have the scope and deliverables also to deliver it, regulatory framework in which we need to make sure that everything is intact, even the approval from both the government level, even the local level. And we have all this even in a detailed document. Next slide, please. Okay, so yeah, so this is just the software we use because we're leveraging PM software, and we use the monday.com software in order to carry out these tasks for the project management, because in a project like this, it's very overwhelming and challenging to coordinate, to keep track of hundreds of activities, timelines, responsibility across team. That is where we come up with this particular software, which is the Monday.com. We used it in order to categorize the phases in this project, in which the phase one is the initiation and feasibility, in which that is going to last 6 months. We have the phase two, engineering and procurement, that is going to be 10 months. We have the phase three, construction and installation, and that is going to last 16 months. We have the phase four, pre-commissioning and commissioning, and that is lasting 4 months. And we have the phase five, handing over and closure, and that is 4 months. So this board is actually where we did all the planning and making sure that everything is accurate and keeping in touch with the stakeholders' expectations. Next slide, please. Okay, yes. So now this is just a detailed view of Monday.com, how we're able to prioritize the tasks, even in the various phases. Like you can see in the phase, we have the phase one, and this is the task that is going to be in phase one, which is the route selection and area survey, the grant survey and tariff analysis. And also there's the part for person, in which every member of the project team is assigned to a particular task. So everyone is added here, they are assigned to the task, and in which they can put in the status, because there need to be accountability and people need to be responsible for what they do. So they are going to be, so when they are done with something, they can put maybe working on it, done, or if it's stuck, to make sure that there's no bottleneck. So if it's stuck, they can put that task in stock, and that is going to be resolved. And there's also priority, what we're looking at, the medium, the high, the critical in the various phases also. And there's a timeline, because there needs to be a timeline, because it's a 40 months project, and we have the various phases that are divided into various months. So there's a timeline that is strict for everyone to follow also. So this is just a detailed view that's showing that. Next slide, please. Yes, so this is also the card view for each person. So here we can see that PE is actually working on the feed development, and that is not started, and that priority is
You
high.
have 1 more minute.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, so you can see that there's also the due date and even the assigned date. So this just keep everyone accountable and the stakeholders know what is going on. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next slide is actually the Kanban board. Yes, the Kanban board, which is showing every detailed step of the process and the overview and even the heads of the project. And the next slide is a Google Sheet, which can be imported also, because for Monday.com, you can import it to the Google Sheet, and even which can be shared across team. So from this, in conclusion, you can see that this project fulfill its key objectives of constructing a 75-kilometer, 36-inch crude oil pipeline to deliver 125,000 barrel per oil per day, using the Monday.com in order to show each of the tasks and even teams handling it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Well done, Precious. So I think at this point, Petrov is going to view the pipeline. So well done. So that is the end for presentation for the project management team. And I think I should be seeing emojis by now. At least let's inspire them. Let's give them that vibe. There should be emoji coming up by now. So without wasting much of our time, I will hand over to George to ask any question or anything they want to actually add to it. Mr. Godfrey, Mr. Mr. Shion.
All right, I'm guessing I can go first. I had my hand raised.
Okay, all right. You can have the
Okay,
floor,
with the
sir.
permission of the other judges. I mean, thank you very much, Precious. What I liked about it is the fact that you were clear about the objectives and you took us through the plan. But as the organizers have said, you may not be the one to answer this. But my question to the team is, in the process of planning, do you envisage challenges? So maybe to make it easier, I see that from your planning, you already put timelines. So when you execute several projects, particularly with your capstone project of the Extravos pipeline project you are trying to build. do you envisage any challenges? And again, I'll try to break that down. You put timelines. What if you're not able to meet them? What if you surpass them? So when you envisage, when you meet this challenge, encounter these challenges, how do you make up for them?
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Please, can anyone hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for that question. My name is Evans Ojewo Sokru, and we are all part of the project management team. So, in answering your question, yes, we envisage shortcomings. We envisage some activities that might not be controlled. So what we try to do is, as part of this project management team, we have a structured Gantt chart that over time is undergoing through review. And then we try to give some of these projects to key industries or key, let's say, key individuals that will be able to ensure that this project is being done. And so, in part of this, our project team, when you are trying to do a project as encompassing as this for this 36 inches refinery for a 75-kilometer refinery, we undergo what we call risk management. So in our risk management, we evaluate and then we try to consider the unforeseen and seen circumstances, and then we put them under check. So like I said, we try as much as possible to track it through our Gantt chart, and then when we see that, okay, maybe we are
Sorry, sir. Hello, attention, please. You're supposed to answer in 30 seconds, please.
All right, in our roadmap, if we check our roadmap, there's a place for, if you can take the slide to the third slide, I'll be very grateful. If you check our roadmap, there's a place for risk assessment plan. Actually, for this project, we have a detailed document formats for the project, but this is just a slide that we can't capture everything. So we've put into consideration the third one. Look at that. There's a risk assessment plan actually, and we've put into consideration some issues that can pop up during the course of the project, like pipeline vandalization. There could be regulatory delays, there could be community unrest in the community where we're laying the pipeline, there could be environmental hazard, there could be flood. So we've put all these things also into place in our risk assessment plan in our original document. So we've accounted for all those things, and we've also given a kind of allowances or days contingencies also to cover up for any foreseen lapses. So from our risk assessment plan, that covers to an extent whatever issues that might arise. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Can I get the name of the first person who responded? I know the second person, this is Ibitoye Mayomiku. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of the first person who answered?
Ojewe Evans.
Ojewe. All right, thank you very much. I think I'll yield the floor to the other judges.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Oluwasegun. Oluwaseun, and also to the rest of the mentees that responded.
Good evening.
So is there any...
Yeah, they actually answered my question. I want to applaud the presenter, Precious, right? You did. Let me not say that. Okay, I just want to applaud you. Thank you for the presentation. My question has already been answered, so I'll just wait for maybe the other judge to speak. But my question has been answered. But I just want to say well done, Precious, for that presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Gift. So I'll ask Mr. Godfrey, do you have any contributions, sir? Or any question to ask?
Yeah, no, actually. I think the second guy that answered the question asked by Oluwaseun answered my question. Yeah.
Okay,
I was going to
thank you.
ask. I was going to ask what exactly are the challenges you envisage in your planning and the measures you put in place to uh, to deal with those challenges when they arise. So, but I think he did a very You guys did a very good job. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Godfrey. That was interesting. So without wasting much of our time, so we'll be moving to the next mentorship category, which is the HSC team to actually have their presentation. So I'll be calling on their presenter, which is Jamil Akoledo. Are you ready for us?
Yes, ma, I'm ready. Okay, good evening, everyone. Can I go? Hello?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jamil Akoledo, and I'm representing the HSV Competency Development, which was coordinated by our Mabel mentor, Ahmed Musa. Okay, so we will be having a safety talk. So there has been misconception from people thinking that safety is just a set of rules, but yeah, I'm here to tell you that safety is a culture and a shared commitment, which is our top priority in everything we do, as we observed in the beginning of this meeting. So everyone is responsible for their safety, and then safety is very important while working, especially in the energy sector, to protect lives, property, and also to protect our businesses. Okay, so we'll be going on by talking about some fundamental terms in safety. Okay, the first one is permit to work. Permit to work is a formal written document which is used in a control high risk task, such as where we have hot work, when we are working at height, electrical installation, and also confined space entry. So what we mean a confined space is any enclosed or partially enclosed area that is not designed for continuous occupancy, such as in vessels and in tank. And PTW, which is permit to work, matters because it prevents unauthorized and unsafe entry, it minimizes risk of workplace injury, and also it ensures atmosphere testing before entry. Next slide, please. So there are various steps for PTW process. The first one, which is the request permit, the job hazard analysis, permit preparation, gas testing, isolation, authorization, toolbox talk. Toolbox talk is actually like a 10 to 30-minute talk, which clearly identify the work to be done. And also the next step is the execution and monitoring of the task before we have a permit to work closure. So the next slide, we have a template of a confined space entry permit to work system. So as you can see, the permit to work shows the dates of permits, the duration, the job location, the description of the job to be done, and most importantly, the hazard involved in the job and the precaution to be taken while working. Okay, and for a for a confined space, there must be a gas test to be done before carrying out the task, and this is the result of the gas test. And also, we have the permit issuer name and the permit holder. Next slide. So another fundamental terms in HSC, which is the safety induction. Okay, so for safety induction, every employee or everybody that is working to a high risk site, okay, must go through the safety induction. So the first one there is the site access and general rules. So all visitors must sign in at the gate and collect visitor badges, and items such as alcohol, drug, weapon, lighter, and other items that can cause hazard are prohibited in the sites. And then you should always remain with your host and escorts. A workplace, a site is not somewhere you can walk aimlessly or just roam about. Okay, and there are restricted zones, okay, which have signs that keep you off those places. So next one is the emergency response. We have to understand what emergency is. Emergency is any event that is not planned that happened at the workplace. So we should know how to respond to such emergency. You should know your fire alarm signal, the evacuation routes in terms of fire outbreak. You report accidents, near misses, or any unsafe act immediately, and then you should know where your first aid stations are. Know the different kind of fire extinguisher to fight different type of fire. Okay, next slide, we have the hazard. What do we call hazard? Hazard is anything that has the potential to cause harm. Okay, and there are different type of hazard, starting from the physical hazard, chemical hazard, ergonomic hazard, electrical hazard, fire and explosion hazard, and the biological hazard. The ergonomic hazard there is the way we see, the way we position ourselves while working is actually an hazard. It might be new to some people, but it's part of what safety awareness tackle. Okay, so the next one, all those other, they have their colors that are associated to each hazard, like the blue color for electrical hazard, the black for other hazard that may be specified, and other that categorize based on the level, based on how impact they make. We have the low hazard, medium hazard, high hazard, and the very high hazard. So this is an emergency response plan for Nova Technology, which is a two-story building facility. Okay, so we have the evacuation routes in terms of fire outbreak. We have both the primary routes and the secondary routes. We have the fire extinguisher location. We have also the different kind of fire extinguisher, the emergency contact in terms of fire outbreak. We have the fire department number, police
One more
department.
minute.
Please, can you move to the next slide? What I'm explaining is on the next slide, please. Okay, we have the roles and responsibility. Next one. We have the roles and responsibility of each and employee. Also, the emergency kits where they are located. In short, what we are trying to do is to let everybody know that lack of knowledge is one of the biggest barriers to developing a strong safety culture, which is why we come up with this awareness for everyone to be safe. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy, for that wonderful presentation. So that was from the HSC team. Without wasting our time, I'll be calling on our judges to actually ask their questions and recommendation. Mrs. Ishaka Gift, Mr. Godfrey, Mr. Shem.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know if I got your name correctly. Jaimu. Did I get it correct?
It's
Thank you.
Jamila.
Okay. Thank you so much. So my question is, how do you enforce compliance on team members who are adamant to adhering to the safety culture of an organization or the general safety culture? How do you enforce compliance? Because there are people that, whether you repeatedly tell them what safety is, they would still want to go to that site and don't use their PPEs or do what they like. So how do you enforce compliance?
Okay, sorry. Do we have anyone in the team that wants to answer that?
Okay.
Okay, anyone answer the question? You actually have 30 seconds, please. Thank you.
Okay. I would say for compliance, the best part is to have a training, like regular training, to let them know the effects of not adhering to any safety regulation, the legal effects, and also as it is a threat to their own life and to their family and to the public and the environment at large. So when they understand that, they will want to comply. Then if not, I know there are some rules, there are some penalties attached to this thing, which is from the management, not just the safety officer there. So they should be reminded about that. Like I said, it's the lack of knowledge. When they know the
Time is
results
up,
of their
please.
action. Okay, thank you. That is when they will be able to abide. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was a good one from you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Gift. So over to the rest of our judges, Mr. Godfrey, Mr. Shem. Do we have any recommendation or questions, sir?
Yeah, I think we're using the raise hand option. I see Godfrey's hand up. Godfrey, after you, then maybe I'll go.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Oluwaseun. Thank you for your presentation. Um, I'll ask two questions. The first one is, can you define permit to work? And then the second one is, you emphasized confined space entry. Can you describe the procedures or what you as a safety man would look out for to ensure is in place or is done before an operator would go into a confined space?
All right, sir. I will start from the definition of permit to work. A permit
Sorry,
to work.
Jamie, sorry. I think some of your classmates, or who am I calling their classmates? Some of your colleagues, they're on the call and they want to speak. So maybe if you want to speak, you can use, okay, your master, and you can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Omasan. Please, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Permit to work, PTLW, means is a formal written system that is used to allow, that's used to, sorry, let me come again. Permit to work is a written system, like, it's like a sheet used to control high risk job or whatever job that is specified. For this promise to work, um, is be given out by an issuer. The promise to work is the procedure before any organization will give a to authorize any work. There must be a promise to work sheet. This
Sorry,
promise
your
to
time
work.
is up.
My time is off. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I think there's a second question from Geoffrey.
Okay.
Can any teammate answer that?
Please, sir, can you come again with the second question?
Okay. Master James Salemayo.
Okay, yeah.
The first thing, your other team member has attempted the first one, so I'll just go ahead with the second one, which is,
Okay.
can you describe the procedures or what you as a safety man would look out for to ensure that that is in place or that is done before an operator would go into a confined space?
Okay, so thank you so much. My name is James Salim. Okay,
Yeah, sorry, we are struggling to hear you. I don't know if it's just from my end.
for a confined space to work. Hear me now, sir.
Yes, better
Am I
now. So
audible?
please go ahead. Remember, it's
Okay,
30
better.
seconds.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. The operator needs to get a permit to work, and within the permit to work, there is a job hazard analysis attached to it too. A gas testing needs to be done before the operator gets in there. Then other procedures that are in the permit to work for a confined space entry must be followed before the operator starts the work in the confined space entry. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, James. Thank you, Mr. Godfrey. So over to you, Mr. Shim.
All right, thank you, Aisha. I think thanks, Jamil, for that presentation and to the other team members. It'll be just so as for it not to look like we're asking the HSC guys so many questions, the HSC team so many questions. I mean, you warned us when your presentation started that we shouldn't take HSC lightly, safety lightly. So I think we're just trying to be compliant with you. But thank you so much. You've explained so much, Jamie, during your presentation from permit to work and the steps. And I hear a lot of responses from your other team members about the emergency. And you also touched some a bit on the emergency responses and hazard. But I'll go back to this permit to work. Thank you. You've educated us a bit, and another of your team members also responded. But the question to it will be, when a permit to work has been issued, and then the work starts, and along the way there has to be a change in the methodology or a change in what needs to be done. What advice would you give, and how do you think that should be done? I don't know if I was clear enough.
Okay, sir, you were clear enough, sir. Once a methodology has been changed, I think the work needs to be stopped. Then then the risk assessment needs to be carried out again to check whether to highlight the new risks that are embedded in the methodology. Then a new permit to work now needs to be reissued for the work to commence. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks, James, for that. I mean, that sort of explains it. Thanks for the response you have given. But maybe something just to share with everyone. I mean, the other judges can correct me if I'm also if I'm not too if I mean there needs to be any addition. There's also something called management of change. That just in any case where anything needs to change, that management of change needs to happen. And James, like you rightly said, that's also correct. You've also shared that's exactly what it's about. We need to go back and revisit. But thanks to the HSC team, thank you all. For the responses and the presentation.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Shem, and to the rest of our judges, thank you so much. So without wasting much of our time, we'll be moving on to the next team to make their presentation, which is actually the seismic data acquisition team.
Okay, Amir, can I start now?
Hold on, please. Let the slide come up. Anthony, please can you have the slide on?
Yeah, confirm you can see the slide now, please.
I cannot see
Not
it.
yet. We can't see it now. Okay, it's on now.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
starting now.
All right, Emmanuel, you can have the floor. Yeah, go on.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are thrilled to present our capstone project for the Lecturer Assessment Mentorship Program. My name is Emmanuel Ikide. Joining me today are my fellow colleagues, Mercy Day and Blessing Ayoride. Together, we're going to be walking you through our team's journey in what we call bridging the gap between the theory and application. To guide us, next slide. So, the next slide is still at the title. So, but to guide us through our presentation, we'll follow the key stages of the assessment workflow we mastered. We hope this structure gives you a clear view of our comprehensive learning experience. Next slide, please. Next slide. So this mentorship was built on a powerful idea that the best way to learn is by doing. For every theoretical concept we were taught, we were given a real world exercise that the working geoscientists will perform. So our goal was to bridge the gap between the classroom theory and industry practice, and we are confident that this goal was achieved. So next slide. So we began at the very foundation understanding of how seismic trace is created. The goal was to move from the theoretical equations to a tangible experience. First, we calculated the acoustic impedance for different rock layers. Then we used those values to determine the reflection coefficient at each boundary. Please, you can go to the next slide. Finally, we integrated this information to generate a synthetic seismic trace. Next slide, please. Um, the seismic trace. When they go to the next slide, you see what I
Joshua,
mean.
can you hear me?
So the fundamental building.
Sorry, Emmanuel, a minute.
What?
A minute. A minute.
All right.
Please, who is controlling the slides?
It's Joshua.
I think he's having network. I don't know why the delay.
Okay, yeah,
Emmanuel, you
sorry,
can
man.
go ahead.
Can I stop sharing so you can share? I think I'm having some technical issues
No.
here.
Okay, Emmanuel, please wait. Emmanuel, you're too rushing. We will tell you, please calm down. Okay, Joshua, you can
I'll
stop
pause the
sharing. Let me
time.
see. Let me share.
Yeah, I'll pause the time now, so man, I don't want to restart the time once you start again.
Okay.
Please confirm if your slide is up.
Can't see it yet.
Thank you.
Okay, I can see it.
Okay, you can. Let me take it to your mic. to the slide you were supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, you can continue.
So I said calculated the acoustic impedance for the different rock layers. Then we use those values to determine the reflection coefficient at each boundary. Finally, we integrated this information to generate a synthetic seismic trace that, as you can see, that is the fundamental building block of all seismic data. But once you acquire this data, the real work of cleaning it begins, and that is when I'm going to call on my fellow mentee, Blessing Ayoide, to come and put us through the seismic processing. Blessing, are you there? Uh, Next slide, please. Fedro, you can go to the next slide. So in reality, raw seismic data they are messy. So it's our task on identifying the useful signals from the noise signals. So our objective here was to analyze the risk seismic shock data to identify the hyperbolic. So I'm doing some T-shapes, hyperbolic shape reflections, which are signals from the soft surface layers, and these different types of creating a random noise that disturbs it. So the whole concept was to understanding the critical importance of data quality controls, how we can apply different, we cannot apply different filters blindly. First, we need to understand the nature of the noise effectively to design the target processing flows that enhance the signal to noise ratio. So this is basically what we did with this signal to noise ratio. So as you can see, for now I'm supposed to call my colleague Mercy to take on the assessment interpretation. Mercy, are
Okay,
you there?
I'm here, please.
So she's going to take us on the assessment interpretation. I pass the thing to her, please.
All right, Emmanuel, thank you for that presentation. So basically, in seismic interpretation, we're able to identify few things. They include fact sheet analysis, and the objective of doing fact sheet analysis is to recognize geological patterns. And the task is to recognize reflective geometries and amplitude. Reflective geometry, reflection geometries such as parallel, chaotic, and all of
You have
that.
1 more minute.
And we're able to do that on the seismic data. Please, if you can go to the back, please. Previous slides. So we're able to do that. We're able to interpret for the first segment, we have the parallel to the parallel amplitude and low to high amplitude. And to the last part, because of time, we're able to interpret chaotic, discontinuous, and low to high amplitude. And we're also able to interpret direct hydrocarbon indicators on the seismic data. Direct hydrocarbon indicators like bright spots, such as which tells us that okay, there is presence of gas on the seismic data. We're also able to recognize the flat spots, which tells us okay, this is a fluid contact on the seismic data and presence of hydrocarbon too. And we're also able to interpret polarity reversal. This polarity reversal tells us that okay, if you're marking your horizon on a trough and suddenly it changed to the peak, you know that okay, there is kind of hydrocarbon on these data. And the last one is the dim spot. These are the different types of direct hydrocarbon indicators that we have. And finally, we're able to interpret structures and stratigraphy. To interpret structures, we're able to pick faults and map horizons. And to the image to the left, sorry, so forward, please. Thank you. Forward. So that I can show my audience. Please forward. Thank you.
Next slide.
Next slide,
I
please.
think I'm struggling to hear you, so I don't know how to control your slides.
Okay, she's saying go to
So
the next
just
slide.
go to
The
the
second
next
to the
slide.
last slide.
The
No,
next
the
one,
next
please.
one.
The next one.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. So we're able
Communication.
to pick faults on this seismic data. We're able to identify our faults A to J, and we're able to map horizons D to F. So this structural and stratigraphic interpretation helps us to know, okay, because for this data now we can see that we have normal faults. It tells us that oh, the technical difficulty
calculate every other parameter that we need for phase analysis and hydrocarbon instability. So conclusively, this mentorship takes us beyond theory expertise and encourages carry out quantitative analysis such as interpreting acoustic impedance, reflection coefficient. We can QC our signal to noise ratio, resolution, and we can also carry out geological interpretation on sites such as geochemical analysis, PHI, structure. And this hands-on experience bridges the gap between the academic knowledge that we have and the industry practices. I would like to thank Lecture Hub and the organizing committee for this opportunity. We would also like to commend our mentor for his time, the effort, and the perseverance for the impacted knowledge. And finally, we would like to thank our colleagues for making this journey a fun and interactive section. Thanks for listening.
All right,
Sorry,
thank you so
maybe
much.
I should go first. Aishat, please give me a
Okay,
minute.
ma'am.
For this presentation, I don't
All
know,
right.
but I'm not sure if the judges had a fortune well. For
Merci.
me, I struggled to hear her. So maybe it might be a default for your own presentation, for your own team, because we initially told every team to ensure that their mics, everything, it's good for a presentation. So with this, I'm sure you guys have a lot of lapses to cover up for. Thank you. Aisha, you can go ahead.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, so we don't waste much of our time. I will be handing over to the judges. So Mrs. Gives, Mr. Godfrey, Mr. Shelm to give their opinion and ask their questions.
Yes, Mr. Godfrey, you can go ahead.
All right. Thank you. Like you rightly pointed out, I could barely hear, especially the second person that took over from the first person. I want to ask, you talked about calculating acoustic impedance. Yeah, how do you acquire the data needed to impute in that mathematical expression to do that calculation? And then the second question would be to the second presenter. How do you identify a fault using the information from your seismic survey? Yeah, using your seismic data, how do you identify a fault? Okay, for the second question, you don't have to go into details. Just let us just point out what you look out for to get to say that okay, yes, this is an anticline, is inclined, this is a fault. To get.
Okay, it seems Hassan's hand is raised.
Yes,
Okay, you
good
can
evening. I
go
want
ahead.
to ask on behalf of the team the first question.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You have
I want
30
to ask
seconds to
you-
answer the question, please.
Okay. For you to calculate acoustic impedance, you need two things, which is the density and the velocity. So, and you can get the density from our density log, while the velocity can be gotten from the sonic log, which is inverse of the sonic. So by the time you multiply them together, it can give you the acoustic impedance. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, confirm you can hear me. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Messi.
Okay, thank you. So for the second question, in
Sir,
case of
can you try to be more audible or probably adjust your, is it your mic or something?
okay, is it better now?
Okay, it's kind of manageable.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. So for the second question, for faults, you look out for discontinuity. So when you're mapping an horizon and there's a sudden break on the site data, you know, oh yes,
Sorry to cut
Sorry,
you.
sorry, we can't hear you, Mercy. We can't hear you. We can't hear
I'm
you. I don't know how
struggling
you
to
want to
hear.
disconnect from your audio and try to connect again. We can't hear you.
Are you using earpiece or something? I don't know. Can someone else stand in
Please, can you hear me
seismic so
now?
that better? Thank you.
Yes, very well.
Sorry. So
So
I was
please
trying
go
to
ahead.
answer the question.
It's
Simple
back to
question.
default again. I don't know what the challenge is, but if you're using any AirPod, any Bluetooth, anything, just try to disconnect. Or maybe can someone just stand in so don't spend all our time on seismic. Someone can just come in and then speak on Mercy's behalf.
Yeah.
Mercy,
Good, good evening, everyone.
yeah, good evening, Blessing.
Yeah. So I think one way of identifying faults is the most obvious one is to observe, like looking out for break up or offsets in continuous reflection events. Like when the reflector on one side of the line is shifted, either vertically or laterally, relative to the other side, it helps us to like detect that there is a fault in this section of the well. So like offsets or break in like a discontinuous stuff vertically or a shift helps us to declare that there is a fault in a particular section of the well. So I don't know if that answers the question.
Yes, Blessing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Godfrey. So over to you, Mr. Sheung.
All right. Thanks, Aisha. And thanks a lot, Emmanuel Ikide, for that presentation. And then to Mercy Ede, thanks as well, even though it wasn't so clear. But I'll try to ask you based on what I was able to pick. I would just follow through with what my fellow judge Geoffrey has asked you. Thanks to Yusuf for that first response, and then to Ayorinde for this response on how you identify your faults. So I see your beautiful seismic line, and then you put the different colors for your faults. The question is just simple and straight to the point. Can you describe the types of faults that you worked on, the practical work you did? Can you quickly describe to me? I mean, they've given 30 seconds. The faults that we see, those very beautiful lines that you've drawn, based off of since you're trying to also merge theoretical and practical knowledge. Can you describe that to me? And then if you're saying it's whatever type of fault, why are you saying it's that type of fault?
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Can I answer the question?
Okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so it's normal fault, and we're able to know this because the hanging wall has come down relative to the footwall, and that is how we identify normal faults. For the reverse fault, it's the other way around.
No, but what did you work with? Normal or reverse fault? Is it or
We
both of
worked with
them are shown in that?
normal fault, sir.
Okay, that's fine. That's clear. Thank you. Secondly, maybe not to you. I know you've spoken to seismic acquisition and processing. I think this very simple, straight to the point question on processing will be, I know there are several steps which you may also not be able to cover in processing. Okay, I see some people also responding. Yeah, it's normal fault, and my Blessing has also given responses to that. But so as not to waste time, in processing, there are several steps according to several school of thought. But again, there are some of them that are very that must be done. So my question will be, can you list one of the steps in processing, and then why do we carry out that step?
Okay, sir. I would good evening, sir. Can anyone hear
All
me?
right. Good evening, Deborah. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Deborah. One of There are basically three major steps, sir. We have the convolution, we have stacking, and we have migration.
Yes, can you? It's actually deconvolution, but can you just mention any of them and tell us why we do it? Pick anyone that you feel very comfortable with and just tell us why we do it in 30 seconds. Is the convolution, like you said, stacking, migration? Some people can also mention other things. But thanks, I agree with your responses, Deborah. But can you pick one of them and tell us why we do them? Just one sentence will be fine, or in 30 seconds.
Can you hear me?
Chimaroke, okay, Emmanuel, are you going to speak? I see some
Yeah, I'm
people
going to,
responding in the chat box.
okay, I'm going to speak like on migration. That like migration that is like the process in which the seismic events are like geometrically relocated in either space or time to the location of where the events occurred.
All right,
Uh,
I'll take that. Thanks, so
event
as not to
occurred in
waste time. Emmanuel, thanks. I'll take that.
okay.
And Chimaroke, I see your response in the chat box, stacking and to increase signal to noise ratio. That's also very correct. I'll just leave it at that. Thanks to the seismic team, the acquisition. I think there was also processing and interpretation in your presentation. Yeah, even though there were some, it wasn't so smooth because of network, sound, audio, but overall, I think it was a good attempt. Thank you so much to the team and well done.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Shem. Okay. So, Mrs. Gift, are you still on the call, ma?
Yeah, please let's go to the next. I think
Okay.
there's more. So one more
Okay.
to present. Yeah, these people they've had a lot of questions. Let's just go to the next one. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, ma. So that was nice. So we're moving to the next team, which will also be the last team to actually make a presentation for us tonight. So we'll be calling on the oil and gas rookie playbook to have their presentation. Can we have the slide on?
All right. Good evening, esteemed judges and fellow participants. First, I would like to sincerely thank the organizers of this mentorship program for providing us with the opportunity to learn, grow, and showcase this project today. My name is Oja Kochemele. I'm representing the Lucky Playbook Group, and I'm excited to present our capstone project titled A Concept Study for a New Steam Generation System. Sorry, I would like to apologize for the video. There is no light here, so you'll not be able to see me, but my videos are on. So firstly, we go to the background and objectives of this project. The importance of steam and consequent power generation in our industry can never be overemphasized, and hence there is a need to investigate certain factors that affect the steam generation process in order to reduce costs and improve scalability of the process. So in this project, we're going to see how some parameters like inlet temperature and recycle affect the steam generation and the consequent power generations. And also we're going to use the DWSIM to simulate the steam and power generation. And some of our objectives are to maximize the turbine power output, minimize heat loss in the system, investigate the effect of recycle on system performance, and also investigate the effect of changing the feed water temperature to 100 degrees Celsius, which are also part of the parameters that affect the steam generation. So what are the basis of this simulation? Which they are outlined here. You can see the feed water as the feed water mass ratio is 3,600 kilogram per hour. The inlet temperature is 30 degrees. The steam conditions, the condenser pressure, the heat exchanger efficiency, and the turbo machineries like the pump, the turbines, their efficiency is 75%. Now, the simulation software that we used was DWC. We have other simulation software like the Aspen HiSys that you can use for the simulation, but we use DWC. And also, in able to do this simulation, you have to choose a particular property package or thermodynamic property that you can use to do the simulation. And so for this particular purpose, we choose steam table for it. There are other ones like other equation of state like the Penn-Robinson you can as well use. But for this particular purpose, we used steam table because it is specifically developed for water and steam by ensuring accurate properties across liquid, vapor, and two-phase regions. And as well, various plan design handbooks, standard and textbooks are based on this particular formulation. So now let's go over to the process equipment and description. So looking at the diagrams that we have, first of all, we started by developing a BFD, a block flow diagram, and also a PFD, process flow diagram of the process with the head of .io. This is to demonstrate, because our group the objective of our group is to learn how to draw a PFD and a PNID in a process, in a process, right? So this is to demonstrate how this process is initiated. So I'm going to explain this equipment and how they are carried out. So first we start from the mixer. The essence of the mixer is to mix the incoming streams, both the fresh water that is going to come in and the recycled stream, because we're going to have a recycle in the process. Then as well, the next thing you're going to see is the pump. The pump there is to increase the pressure of the water. You have to pressurize it to that to timber. The reason is because is to increase the efficiency of the turbine power output. Then another one is you're going to use a boiler, and the boiler is used to convert the pressurized water to steam at 300 degrees Celsius. The next thing, you're going to send it to the turbine to generate power. Then after generating power, the exhaust steam will now be condensed and recycled to the mixer and further carry out the process. Now, the next diagram you're going to see is the simulation we did on DWSIM. The first one, figure 3, shows the simulated process flow of the system using DWSIM at 30 degrees feed water, which was our initial conditions. Then we now increase it to 100, which you can see in figure 4. Now, at the initial set, sorry, can you hear me now? At the initial set condition, okay. At the initial set conditions, the turbine generated 346.40 kilowatts, while the condenser released about 2,516.78 kilowatts to the environment, which is far greater than the turbine output. And this indicates a significant energy loss and an ineffective utilization of the energy in the system. Now, introducing a recycle now increase the turbine output by threefold, because when you look at this, and I found out that when we introduce looking at the diagram, I found out that when we introduced the recycle, the turbine output went up to like 1,039.20 kilowatts, whereas it was 346.4 when we did not have any recycle, right? Then as well, because also we're trying to evaluate some of the factors that affect the generation of steam, right? So we also try to change the inlet temperature of the process. So we increase it from 30 degrees to 100 degrees to see the result we are going to get. And we found out that the heater duty was also decreased by about 30% or so. So you found out that when you look at the heater of the simulated diagrams, you see that when you check at 30 degrees Celsius, you found out that the heat duty there was 8,748.62. But when we increase the inlet temperature to about 100 degrees Celsius, it now reduce the heat duty of that heater to about 6,098.74 kilowatts. Right. So the recommendation we are making in this process is that the base operating parameter, because there are so many challenges that we face, right? And we have to recommend some certain things to, for future process. So the base operating parameter specified by the customer should be adjustable. So this flexibility will improve the accuracy of result and allow the simulation to explore the critical factors. Then the next thing is the process should also be simulated in other tools such as Aspen HYSYS to compare outcomes and obtain more reliable results. Because when we are running the simulation on the DWSIM, we also encounter some errors. We have to start afresh. So we needed to do something with Aspen HYSYS in the future process so that you now compare and obtain a more reliable result. Then as well, you can do optimization by automating it using external script like Python and MATLAB to enhance efficiency and consistency. Thank you for your attention. God bless.
All right,
Hello?
thank you so much, Martha. Yeah, hey, thank you so much, Martha. That was a nice presentation. So over to our judges, Mrs. Gibbs, Mr. Godfrey, Mr. Shem.
All right. Thanks a lot. Is it Chiemele Ojiako? I hope I got that correctly. Thank you so much. I mean, straight to
Yes,
the
sir.
point presentation. I'm guessing the topic again was is a concept study for new steam generation. I think my first question, I mean, two straight to the point questions. I know part of your conclusion was that when you introduce recycle, your turbine output sort of increased. Yeah. So my
Yeah.
question is, what exactly is that recycle they are talking? You recycle you're talking about. What exactly is it?
Okay, it is the condensate because you know that we introduce a okay, let me explain now. After the turbine generates power, there is what we call exhaust steam that will be left over after the power generation. Now that exhaust steam, it is still a steam. So for us to utilize that steam, instead of us to waste it, we can actually condense it using a condenser. Then after condensing it, you can now send it back to the mixer, and this is also going to increase the efficiency of the process. And just
Okay.
like I said, yeah, it reduced this thing, the
All right.
HDT and
All right, thanks. I see Blessing Ben has really been rooting for you from the beginning of your presentation. I'm hoping to. I don't know if the person is part of your team. I'm hoping to hear their voice if really they are part of your team. But the next
yes,
question, really, I know you've shared a lot about the block flow diagram, the BFD, and then the process flow diagram, and you also shared that. I mean, your objective was really to understand the PNID. But I think my question will be in your process, and it may not be you to respond. It will be just to any other member of your team. You did
all
several
right,
simulations. You've spoken about the now we just spoke about the output that you about introducing the recycle. You've spoken about what the turbine had generated in terms of the power that you had generated. You spoke a lot. There was also some of your conclusion around temperature as well, increasing the temperature, reducing it. My question is, several parameters have been introduced. This is really about your process. What exactly were the things you put into consideration when you were picking those figures or those amounts that we were using for your simulation? It doesn't have to be you. It may just be any other member of your team. What exactly was your thought process in trying to come up with a process flow diagram? Really, I don't want to go too deep into it, but any other member of your team can come up and speak on that. I mean, it would be nice to hear someone's voice, another person's voice. I think that would also give an additional mark to the team. But if we wait for another 5 seconds and we don't hear anybody, maybe Chiemele can speak to it.
Yeah, hello.
Good
Yeah, please, I'm
evening.
Shahima, and I want to add my view on this question. So, for the PFD, we created it based on several parameters and factors. So, we considered the thermodynamic basis, such as the feed water flow rate, and it was assumed to be at 3,600 kilogram per hour at 30 degrees Celsius. So, another consideration was the equipment. So we included pressures and the pressure in the compressor. I can't actually see this well. So we included design pressure as 10 bar, design temperature as 300 degrees Celsius for the water in the boiler. And then we also, our efficiency values in the heat exchanger was at 100%, and our turbine adiabatic efficiency was at 75%. And we also use an appropriate model package, which is the IAPWS IF97 steam table, other than the Penn Robinson, to ensure accurate steam properties.
All right. All right. Thanks. Just not to waste so much time. I mean, I think you've provided quite sufficient responses to that. Thanks. Is that Mubarak Shashima? I
Yes,
don't know if that's
please. Yes,
correct.
please. Shahima.
Shahima. Thank you so much for
Yes,
the
please.
response. That's
Ghana.
okay. You've also provided you've also shed more light to the different parameters that you sort of simulated and modeled for your process flow. Thank you. I'll yield the floor to Geoffrey. I see his hand up.
Thank you.
Mr. Godfrey, can I have the floor, sir?
All right, thank you for your presentation. My question is, what's the other factor you consider in regenerating your exhaust steam outside increasing the turbine output? And then, I don't know, Seun, the question you asked, was it based on design or the development of the process flow diagram? Because
So
I
I
think
think, yeah, Godfrey, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to dwell so much. It seemed like it was just elaborating what the presentation was about. So it basically starts from design, and then whatever it is, whatever idea, whatever you thought process is in the design is what will go into the process, which is what I was looking for particularly.
okay, that's fine. And then any member of your team could just uh, respond to my question.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can
good
go ahead.
evening.
We can hear you.
Okay. My name is Moses Oguchi Augustine. If I got the question correct, you said what other parameter will be altered, right? Was that the question? Sorry, Mr. Godfrey.
What other factor outside increasing your turbine output, what other factor do you look at, do you
Okay.
consider in regenerating your exhaust steam?
Okay. Firstly, okay, let me go to the steam, the recycle steam. One of them, according to the equation, we change the feed to about 100 degrees Celsius. That was one way to maybe use less amount of heat from the heater. From the result discussion, we notice when we reduce,
Hold
when
on.
we
So
increase
so
the
we don't.
temperature to 100 degrees Celsius.
Hello,
Yeah,
hello. Let
so,
me help you.
uh,
Understand the question. What other one of one factor is you want to increase. It helps to increase your turbine output when you regenerate your exhaust steam, right? So what is another factor? That's what I'm asking.
Sorry, can I come in now?
Go ahead.
All right. So some other factors that can be considered in this process is the economic cost or the economic factor. So you have to put in and check what's the cost of this production. Is it really feasible? Does it make a profit in the year? But then, given the scheme and the scope of the project, we are limited to just simulating the process. So we didn't go further to do economic analysis, but it's actually something that you can include to know the how much it will cost you in generating this thing and the power generation as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Mass balance, environmental impact, economic factor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much to all our mentors, our judges, and to our mentees. I don't know if Ma'am Gift, you have something to add before we move on to the last phase of our session today. Hello, Ma'am Gift, can you hear me? Can anybody hear
She already
me?
left the call. Yeah, we can
Oh,
hear
it
you.
seems
She's
her
not the call.
network. Okay, no problem. So on this note, want to sincerely appreciate our judges. So I'm getting the results already, and there will be calling on our winners shortly. However, before I do that, we want to do the official graduation ceremony for our mentees. Thank you so much, Mr. Sherun. I've received your score sheets. I would love to request I get the one for Mr. Godfrey and for Ma'am Gift.
I'm so sorry, oh, my network has been bad, so I didn't really follow up with the last presenter.
Okay.
I'm trying to send you what you requested for, so just give me a moment.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so we'll wait for a little bit. While we are doing that, I would love to take a photo session. Please kindly turn on your camera so we can take a photo session, please. I'm waiting for more people. Okay, I'm still waiting for more persons out already. Please, can you hear me? Sorry for the echo.
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, so I will take the first one. Please, guys, should smile. Oh. For the best team, they're having shirts, they're having certificate, they're having what do they call this stuff? Other souvenirs. So let's watch out for the best team. And we'll deliver nationwide. So this is not a scam community. Okay, so please smile. I want to take the first one. Okay, I'm taking the second page. Mary, I can't see your camera. Favor, I can't see your camera. So I'll take the second one now. Then Ma'am Gift, thank you. I've received your score sheet. So I'll take the third set now. So for those of us that do not speak during your class presentation, kindly know that you might be having a -1. Then we took note of the attendance. However, we'll be requesting that every team member kindly drop your attendance on the chat box. Please, I will do it orderly. I want something orderly. So I will drop the first team that I'm taking their attendance before the next class. So the first class that did their presentation was finance. So finance, kindly drop your attendance. Please, no other person from another group should do that. Only finance for the first for now. So for the winners, let me get the information correctly. So, so for financial literacy, we have only one person that attended to this class. For project management, we have only 3 people that attended to this class. Okay. For HSC, we have only 3 people that attended to this class. For seismic, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that attended to this class. And for oil and gas rocky playbook, we have 3 people that attended to this class. Wow, that is very good. So the highest attendees is seismic data acquisition. Please let's clap. If your class is not yet, don't be jealous. So just be clapping. Who knows? Maybe your class did not win. Just clap if I'm calling names. Then from all our judges, okay. it seems project management team wanted to sell this platform. I was seeing so many cost analysis. I was seeing project timeline of how many years to come. But man, you guys did well. Seismic, I noticed you guys did a lot of faulting. Although you guys are not perfect, because a fault is never perfect, right? Okay. Then for which class again? If I not mention your class name, no, I'm not part of your class. I can only mention the people's name that I'm part of, which means we can employ you as a team or combine engineers so you can improve our production. Then for HSC is very, very critical. That PTW question that one of our judges asked, it was very critical. To call exemption. We have a
Miss Pedro, are you still on the call? I don't know if it's from my end, but
Can
I can't hear
anybody
you,
hear me?
ma'am.
Yes, can you hear
Yes, I
me?
can. Yes, I can.
Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry, my network went off. So I think before my network will go off again, let me call the winner. Let me call
Sorry, ma, we can't hear you. Like, I can't hear you at all.
for this session. So please let me share my screen so you see.
Miss Pedro, are you still there? The network is really breaking.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. It keeps okay, it keeps taking me out. So like what this for this session for the project management, we're having about 12 students that we are graduating for this segment. Please confirm you can still hear me.
Yes, I can.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you, ma.
Okay. Okay. So anytime I did capstone, they did them okay, so I'm trying to get this score sheet. I'm trying to finalize on each of the judges' remark. That is why I'm having a little bit of delay. So, Aishat, you can continue from the other graduates that are signing out. The attendance is with you. Can you hear me? Hello, Aishat. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you hear me? Aishat, please, can you go ahead?
Hello, please can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
we can hear you
sorry.
now.
Call
Yes, we can
actually
hear
came
you.
in. Yeah, so
Yes, I can
sorry.
hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that. A call actually came in. So we won't be wasting much of our time. So why they're actually collecting our results, and before we actually hear the final announcement on our results, so we'll be going on with the graduation ceremony. So I'll be calling on Mr. Ochewe, our biggest boss in lecture hub. Are you on the call, sir? Mr. Ochewe, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm with you.
You are welcome, sir.
Okay. Hello, good evening. Please, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, wonderful judges. Good evening, amiable hosts and co-hosts, our wonderful mentors, and our amazing mentees. Welcome you to our graduation ceremony, and it has been competitive so far with the competition. We have gotten to the what I want to call party after party. I know this is a moment of jollification, moment of happiness, where the mentees will be getting their certification as an approval and a physical guarantee to show that yes, they passed through the mentorship program, and we thank everyone. I will want to plead with each and everyone to still exercise more patience as we go through this process. It's going to be fun filled and it's going to be exciting. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah, sorry for the delay. So thank you very much, Mr. Ojere. Yeah, I really appreciate it. So that is our project manager here in Lecture Up. Just like he has said, originally the mentorship screening and everything was very competitive before we could actually go to the stage that we are right now. And this is actually the point of celebration. We've actually come a long way for us to have gotten here. And once again, we thank our mentor and also our mentee for putting so much. Thank you so much. And also to our judges on the call, thank you very much. So I don't know if they're actually done with the score sheets. Though Mrs. Fedro is not on the call right now and she's supposed to announce the winners. So pending the time that she actually comes in. Miss Fedro, are you there? Okay, she's not on the call yet. So the criteria we actually used we actually use for students who actually graduate. One very important thing is attendance. Yeah, we actually use attendance and attendance in classes. And for financial literacy, we actually have nine mentees under the financial literacy class. And I already posted the attendance on the chat box. And can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear
yes.
you.
So
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, please bear with us. We are having network serious network issue from the end of our founder and then for the moderator. So just give us a few minutes while we try to rectify it and be back. Please hold on. Tender apologies on behalf of this. No, we should be taxing the project management team. These are risk management issues that they should be looking for solutions for us now. But just bear with us. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank
Yes,
you very
we can
much.
hear you.
So please, I just want to use this opportunity. So our panel of judges are currently here. Please, I would like to take you guys' advice. What advice will you give to we mentees that are benefiting from this edition of the mentorship program? What advice would you like to give us? What should we be looking out here, and how best can we apply these skills we've learned in the industry? Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Right, let me just come in. Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
Just
All
want
right.
to say
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you for the opportunity to talk to young people who are pursuing their career. One thing I would like you to take home from this mentorship program is apply what you've learned. You know, it's easier to just learn, and before you know it, if you don't apply it, if you don't practice what you've learned on the long run, it's as though you never did any mentorship program. Let's take for example, you have done this mentorship program, another program will come, you like to do it, just like that you get busy with life and all that, and at the end of the day, if you don't practice what you've learned here, it's just like you wasted your time, or you wasted all your effort and all that. So one key thing I want you to take home from this program and from everything you've learned is continuous practice. Continuous practice. If you want to become a project manager, continuously practice what you have learned. Continuously practice it, because whether you like it or not, what you practice over time becomes a part of you. Do you get? What you practice, consistency is the word. Be consistent with what you have learned, put it into practice, and you will see yourself becoming a better version of what you envisage to be in your industry. So that's just my advice for you guys. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Gift. To add to what you've said, it's very important because you can go for all the trainings in this world. If you don't practice what you learned, there is no development. You get repetition is the law of lasting impression. So repeat what you've learned, and then it will stay with you. And most importantly, continue building relationships. Continue building relationships with those in your area of interest and even outside. You get relationships are very important. All right. And then, keep tabs with your mentors. You can find other mentors, but relationship building and then putting to work what you learn, that is that's very important. And that's just what I want to add.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay. Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
my
we
can
can
hear
hear you.
Yes, ma, I
It
can hear you loud and clear.
it seems my network very terrible. So I'll just be fast and leave. But I was hearing one of our judges mentioning working or building your relationship with your mentors and also promoting how you can learn better. So from this session, we'll be sharing a form with us in our next feedback. So we get your names for the certificate and also for the more like a feedback survey to know how well we taught you guys this year. Then special appreciation again to our judges. Thank you so very much for the excellence. Thank you for the opportunity to have you join us today. So now I want to share my screen and we'll give the winner. Confirm you can still hear me. Please, can we put our hands together for our mentor, our judges? Can we put our hands together, please? Let me see the reactions coming up. Thank you so much, the young professionals, chairperson, Mr. Shirun for NAPE YP. Thank you so much. You guys are not clapping. Oh yeah, now we'll not call the winner. We'll go home like that. Then thank you so much to thank you so much to my very good friend, Mr. Olga Godfrey. I love the way you took the process people. Like I love the way you hammered them. It felt so good. Like I was just laughing where I was. Then thank you so much, Ma'am Gift. Thank you so very much. So I've collected all the results and there is an issue. So let me share the screen so we can celebrate on the issues. So number one, from all the presentation we had a lot of feedbacks from how each of the team presented themselves. For the team that had the highest understanding for their subject matter was more of the project management, HSC, seismic, and oil and gas fracking. Then for the team that managed their time, all the teams managed their time effectively. Then for the question and A session, we had a good turnout from the project management, the HSC, the seismic. Then for the team that did more of the public speaking, the team that won the heart of all the mentors. Sorry, I don't know why I keep on calling mentors. All the judges, all of them. It's more of a project management. So on this note, let's bring out the winners. So on this note, we have the following scores. We have the following scores. Confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can see.
So you already know who is the winner, right? Who is the
We
winner
don't have
here?
we don't have winner yet.
Then
It
I
says
wanted
one. We won.
29,
to
29. 29,
Yes.
29. No winner yet.
So we are having a tie. And this tie, we can't award the tie because we need to know who the winner is. We need to know who is winning. On this specific note, I would have used the number of people that responded during the session, but there was also a tie because HS representative that doing the that was why I was encouraging you guys. Always speak out. Always speak out. Speak out. Can anybody hear me?
Somehow.
Yes, yes.
1 minute. Like, you can just repeat what
Okay.
you said minutes ago.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
I can hear you now.
Okay, I said from my notes, I documented 4 people that spoke from the HSC department, and I only documented 2 persons that spoke from the project management team. So if we are to go with that basis, from the HSC team, Somtoshiku dropped a comment, Omasan spoke, James spoke. Then for the project management, Ojewe spoke, Ibitoye spoke, what is his name? Philip dropped a comment. So it's still a tie. On this note, I would love to give the room to our judges to please set up a question that we can get a winner with. So we close this session, please. I don't know if our judges are still on the call. So okay, I think Shewun has gone. Okay, Shewun is still on the call. Yes, thank you. So we have a tie. How best can we do this so we close out? It's time fast spent.
Okay,
Is anybody
good
speaking?
evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
All right, I just want to congratulate the should I say uh, the winners. That is project management, and we don't have a winner yet, though. So my question will not be centered on your what you presented about. I'm very sure every one of the group they had team working with them. So how did you manage challenges? What were the steps, or how did you manage challenges working with your team members? Because some team members are very adamant, tell them do this, they don't want to do it, they need motivation and all that. So how were you able to manage it to come out with the result that you came out with? So I think that can serve as a general question. So let's just hear them speak.
Okay, thank you very much. So can we go ahead with it? Okay, Victory.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Victory from the HSC class. So I'm not the moderator, but I want to speak from the angle of the moderator now. Like our moderator Gloria, she always tries at all possible. If we're not responsible on the group, she goes to our DMs, and I realized that was more productive. She goes to our DMs to give us the message. That's why the fact she has posted it on the group. So that really involved a majority of our fellow mentees in class.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Please, I think I'm having Victory have spoken. Glory, you can go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, so my name is Gloria from HSC class. So to answer our question, I would say working with the team members in HSC as was not really stressful because everybody turned up in presenting their part, especially my partner for my part during this capstone presentation. It was very responsive in the aspect of designing in the aspect of the capstone project. It was very responsive, and also to fellow mentees too. They were responsive, so I didn't have any challenge working with them. Thank you.
Okay, so we have more ends. I will try to cut this because I have to close this session. Please, I have to. Tomorrow is the Sabbath, and we ought to keep it holy. So I gave 2 rooms to HSC. Now let me give 2 rooms to project management. Jimo, please, what class are you from?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm from HSC class, so
Okay,
it
I
seems like
don't need the
I'll just
HSC
raise my
class
hand.
again. I don't need HSC. Thank you. Please, who is from PM? Philip, you can go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So our class was really an amazing one. So we had a good moderator, ED.2, he took out his time to ensure that every one member of the group was involved in the project. If you went through our slides carefully, you would see that each of us, our emails, they also added, like we incorporated into that presentation, giving us an overview of what's happening. He also took his time daily for every of our meetings to give us a reminder. So it was more like every one of us were so much involved in the class. And also to our mentor, he did not only teach us, he also brought different professionals that also aid in our learning. So I would say we really worked as a team, and you could see that even our presentation, and we gave mutual and emotional support to our presenter. So that shows more teamwork from the project management team. Thank you. Did anyone hear me, please?
Yes, please.
Oh, we should have done.
I think someone else should speak from project management. Just
Okay.
someone else speak,
So,
please.
good evening. I'm Martina from Project Management. So, concerning our cooperation, I would really commend Ibitoye for being a
Okay.
very good class leader. Can everyone hear me? Hello.
We can hear you.
All right. So, I really commend Ibitoye for being a very good class leader. First of all, he tags everyone, like in the morning. It makes sure he tags every team member. So we all know by that tagging, there's going to be an information that's going to be passed across to us in the group. Aside that, he makes sure he drops suggestions and asks us to drop suggestions on how to go about it. And as one of our fellow mentees also talked about, he mentioned he asked for every of our emails so that will be carried along on the project, like everyone will know what he or she is meant to do. Also, we had a meeting concerning how the project is going to be delivered, who is going to be in charge of the presentation and the likes. So he carried every one of us along, and to our mentor, Mr. Anthony, he did a very good job. Like anytime we reach out to him, he's always active, he's always answering our questions, and even out of his busy schedule, he joined our meeting when we spoke about what our presentation was going to look like. So I would say there was cooperation and unity amongst us. Thank you.
All right. I think just to add, for project management, it was not just a
No,
class.
no, 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 no. Sorry. It's not election. Please, it's okay. I took only 2 from HSC, but project management has gone overboard. Please, thank you. Can we get the winner, please? Judges, I've reached out to you. Please, let's close this. Please. Okay. Godfrey, you can go ahead. Anybody hear me?
Okay, thank you. I can hear you now. And I don't know about you and the other judges, so it's very difficult for me to tell with this uh, response from the both team. So I had an idea though. I wanted to ask the HSC team a question from what the project management team presented, and then do the same for the project management team. I don't know if that will be allowed.
Please go ahead. There is no time again.
Okay. To the project management team, from what the HSC team presented and the questions we asked them, okay, just tell us what are the things, or rather, okay, Oluwaseun's question: what happens when there is a change in maybe in the procedure of a particular operation? And then to the HSC team, what are the challenges you envisaged when running your simulations?
Okay, so Philip, go ahead. You have 30 seconds. I will count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
All
10,
right.
11,
So thank you
12,
very much.
13,
So
14,
for
15,
project,
16, 17,
oh,
18,
so
19,
when
20,
the
You're too
scope is
fast.
changed,
You're too fast now.
24,
have
25,
you started counting?
27, 20, 29,
Yeah,
30.
you are
HSC.
talking me.
1, 2,
Like
3.
you can't, hear what you're saying because you're
Um,
counting. Yeah,
Can't you
obstructing
project
me. I wanted to
challenges.
speak.
Project challenges.
Okay, fine. Oh God,
The,
this should not be
the
more than
timeline.
21:52. Please. Oh Jesus Christ. Project management. Philip, I'm
Project
counting the
challenges.
time. Please, I'm counting, and I will count now. Okay, you can go
Okay.
ahead.
So when there is a change in the scope of the work, so what is done, you need to look at a document called the management of change. So when that is looked upon, it takes care of any change that occurs during
Thank
the
you.
work.
Thank
So
you.
the scope
Thank
is
you.
also reactive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please, HSC, I need to close this meeting. HSC, who is from HSC department? Who is from HSC? Who is from HSC? James, are you from HSC?
James.
Okay,
James, yes, I'm
please.
from it.
30 seconds.
Oh,
30
goodness.
seconds.
Okay. Maybe when there is change in the project deadline also, so there might be challenges they will encounter in the project simulation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Management of change. MOU is not really management
We
of
can't hear you
change.
clearly.
MOU is memorandum of understanding. I think the winner should. Okay, I will leave it to Godfrey.
Madam Fedrio,
Yes, please, you can go ahead.
are you leaving me to decide the winner?
No, I just need a score from you
Okay.
from your WhatsApp.
Okay.
Then just to add to the session, I saw that the project management team, they are kind of saying MOU is management of change. MOU is not management of change.
Sorry, ma, that was a
It's
typographical
MOC.
error.
It's
Wait,
MOC.
MOC.
It's MOC.
MOU is
there's no typography in
memorandum of
your design.
understanding.
What do you think is accurate at all times? Where project management is, Okay, can anybody hear me?
Okay.
Okay, thank you so very much for your patience and for the time. We have come to a conclusion. Sorry to break some people's hearts, but we have to do this. And on this note, we are happy. We are happy to tell you guys that um um oh Jesus, what am I the one to call this? Okay, so project management, you guys did absolutely well. HSC, you guys did incredibly well. But we just need one winner, just one winner. And that winner is project management.
Who they breathe?
Did anybody hear me?
Yes, we
So
are hearing,
project
ma.
management.
Yes, we did.
So project management won with one score because the judges, I had an extra score from all the judges except Mr. Sherwood. So we had 1-1 from each of the judges, and we have a 1-0 from the other judge. So congratulations to project management team, and we will kindly want to congratulate HSC team for coming out second. And the last team, I think the last team, I will check again for the third team. Congratulations to your mentor and congratulations to the HSC team. On these special occasions for the winners, we'll be giving you guys our merch. We're giving you guys a customized lecture hub t-shirt. We'll be giving you guys a certificate of honor. We'll also give you a certificate of completion. They will also send something to your mentor, and we also do a frame, a banner for you guys. And the last one is you guys, we would love to intern some of you with Lecture Hub project management team. Thank you very much, and we hope this was a very incredible session for every one of us. Kindly give us your feedback. Please drop your name now. I don't care the classes, just drop your name for attendance so we can sign up for the certifications. Thank you so very much to our judges, Mr. Sherwood. Thank you so much. Ma'am Gift, thank you so much. Um, 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 Mr. Godfrey, we are sincerely very grateful. I'm sorry to take your time overboard. It's not my intention, but I'm very, very grateful for what you have done for Lecture Hub. Congratulations to all the teams. You guys are winners. We now know that we really had a nice time for the past 2 months, and it's only can only be God. Thank you so much, and we hope you guys have a very peaceful night and see you in church tomorrow for those of us that will go to church. Thank you so much, guys. You can unmute and speak whatever you want to say.
Winner, oh, winner, winner, oh, winner. Project
All of us
management
want to.
You
All of
can
us
meet
want.
the project management team later to help you manage your project and also assess your risks. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And we work hand in hand with the project management team too. HSG.
Don't worry, HSC. We'll take your team to supervise. Yeah, get that.
Okay.
Okay, with this, we say good night to everyone and project management. I hope you guys can sleep this night. Please, nobody should come and disturb me. HSC, you guys did absolutely well. Now you know they cannot function with HSC. for them to have mistakenly write MOU instead of MOC. That is to tell you that project management, they need a safety culture, and you guys can employ them in designing properly. You understand? Well done to all the mentors, seismic, finance, project management, oil and gas, rocky, which other class have I not mentioned? HSC. Thank you so much for the benevolent art, and we wish you all a very good night first. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Good night, ma. Bye bye.
Good night, everyone. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mentor Musa Ahmed. We came in second. That's all of us now winners.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, our mentor, Mr. Ahmed. Mr.
Well done,
Ahmed.
guys. You guys tried. You guys tried. You guys tried. Well done.
Thank you so much, sir.
I watch the moon.